But welcome to Good Dining with myself, Mr Floyd. My name's Josh, and welcome. If you're new here, welcome to the madness. Welcome to my Dharma Karma. There we go. Chris, Lean, Laura. I wonder where Millie is. Let's see if she shows up. And who else shows up this dawning? Laura. And we'll wait a few moments here. That was a jump. 3 to 6. There's Millie. Margaret, good dawning as well. Wouldn't be a good dawning without Chris and Laura and Millie in the chat, and Helene. And so thank you, Laura. Last night, I gotta look at my mug. It's so weird sitting here, like looking at myself, talking to myself. But nonetheless, and we're about to lose the phone over the edge. We don't want that, so let's fix that. There we go. All right, we fixed the stand. We do not want the phone to go backwards. We've had that before, and yes. I'm sure the view of the phone falling is always fun. But Laura, last night, thank you for cards. I appreciate you. If you didn't get a chance last night, Laura B did tarot and oracle. We got through, she's amazing. We got through like 7 people and 8 people. And beautiful, beautiful. And we will have Laura on next week. I got to figure out my work schedule. It may flip a little bit, Laura. So once I find out today what I got, then we'll set up for next week. But we try to have Laura on once a week with her amazing tarot and oracle. And we're just waiting for Laura to do this, to pick up her own channel here. And there we go. I need a haircut. But we're waiting for Laura to pick up her own channel here. It's like sitting in a mirror. But yeah, pardon me. But we're grateful that we've got her until she goes off on her own here. Although she is on her own at letspiritguide.com. If you want a reading from Laura, you can go to her website. It's www.letspiritguide.com. Her prices, she also does Reiki. She's a Reiki master. And so distance healing as well. She does energetics just as well. We've got the Carnelian wand today. And Clang, always next to us is Sodalite pillar. That if you ever do anything live or whatever, it's always recommended grab some Sodalite, stick it in your pocket, or put a pillar on the podium with you. It really does help. I've done the show without the Sodalite and with the Sodalite, and it's generally more with the Sodalite. I got off of my own at some point, but it's much more. Oh, thank you, and I'm grateful, Lord. Thank you. I love collaborating with you. You're such a kind person. Yeah, grateful. That honestly, if you don't I'd rather keep you on the channel, but I'd rather see you grow. But I mean, honestly, but I'd love to keep you on the channel. But I know for your growth, at some point she's going to step out on her own. And look out, universe! Laura's coming. So there you go. All right, what we got there? Millie, one-on-one universal. I never advertise myself. So yeah, I will advertise myself. If you want a one-on-one universal energetic attunement session, say that 3 times fast. With Archangel Raphael, Sekhmet, Saint Germain, Goddess Isis, Kuan Yin, White Buffalo Calf Woman, who has come through. She's just not as loud as the rest of them, though she has no oracle deck. If that speaks for anything, she's just not as loud as the rest of them, so I haven't channeled her on the channel yet. But yes, if you want a one-on-one session with me, I'm working to automate that, and just email me at Mr Floyd Channelings with an S @gmail.com. I will respond within 48 hours, mostly 24, and we can set something up. All of our for the month of September or October, everything is $75 for a session because we hit 600 subscribers in 4 months of channeling, which blows my mind either way we look at it. So we don't want to ban somebody. We just want to get the chat moving. All right, so there we go. All right, channel buffet today, yes. All right, so yes, we will have a channeling buffet of some fashion. We did not channel yesterday, which was amazing. Saint Germain wanted to see if he's I heard in my ears, you can do it, in my head. So Saint Germain said, you can do it just as well. He's not going anywhere. No, he's the focus of the channel, as he said, but he wanted to just prove a point that it's not just saying I can do it. I'm not crutching on Saint Germain and Archangel Raphael, that it's my energetics as well are just as equally important. And sometimes I can lose sight of that with the channeling and kind of crutch off that. But again, Laura, thank you for last night. If you did not watch feel free to do so. The replay is there. And hopefully, if you are seeing numbers in your living universe, you are grabbing Joanne Sacred Scribes. How I started with my communication with my living universe. And you're grabbing Joanne and looking up the numbers that you're seeing in your universe when you get that intuitive hit. Not many ways that spirit can communicate with you, and the eagles or a bird fly over, or maybe you turn on a TV show or YouTube and you hear something that just you meant to hear musically or whatever. But there's only so many ways that they can communicate with you. And so that's one of the larger ways that your guides will communicate with you if you, they know that if they know if you're going to Sacred Scribes or not. And so the numbers get more or they get less. If you communicate back, they get louder. If they don't, then eventually they fade away or you just don't notice them. All right, so we have the Hero's Journey. I don't have a lot of Oracle decks. I only have like 4, so I need to get another deck or 2 at some point. If you want to contribute, I'm sure Millie could put in the PayPal link there, but I never ask. All right, so this is the Hero's Journey deck. This is not anybody specific. Whoever Kelly Sullivan Walden is, it's not like anybody big or anything. And the artwork is by somebody named Rasuli, whoever Rasuli is. I have no idea. Speaking of artwork, if you ever wondered, that is an original Peter Max. Peter Max was the hippie artist in the pop hippie artist in the 60s. And now he has Alzheimer's, I think, favor. But either way, the heart was done directly by Peter Max. Max, right there. So that's, yeah, grateful to have a original Peter Max in my house. And it's a heart. Angela, good dawning. The numbers are crazy in my universe. There you go, Grace, and ground into that. If you're seeing the numbers are crazy, then the universe is generally... All right, channeling buffet. If you are seeing that the numbers are crazy in your universe there, Grace, then it's up to you to ground into that. We are trying to speak to you, but whether you want to listen or not is up to you. We will drive by with the 333. You'll get the drive-by shooting of the 555 into your universe, so to speak. We don't want to shoot you, but you know what we are saying. Zipping numbers into your universe. Poof. You will see the 6969. For Josh, he saw the 4949. You are seeing those numbers, Grace, and you are needing to ground, not needing to, but when we say need to, we are saying that and then we back it out. But you are understanding why we say need to, but then you don't need to. But it is your choice to go into Sacred Scribes and see what your universe is trying to tell you. You are living in a living toroidal field, Grace, and if you want to ignore the numbers, then your universe will understand that you are ignoring it and will slow down its communication. And Chris, the volunteer, if you are not watching Chris, he is hanging out with our friend Gabrielle, right? Archangel Gabriel and Chris are like this, right? So you want to watch Chris in the Good Dawning as well to get your message from Archangel Gabriel through Christy Volunteer. So we are asking you to do that. Saint Germain is going to pull the Hero's Journeys card. The channeling buffet has begun, so to speak. But we are going to see what we get. We take the bottom card first, but we are going to cut the deck, right? 1 and 2, we need a shave, right? But let's say so you will see Mr. Floyd on camera that he is not shaven. But tomorrow he has an interview with Jules. Jules, he's watching on the channel, but he is probably busy. But he is interviewing Josh, so you'll shave the shave. The interview with Jules tomorrow after the Good Dawning. So it should be on his YouTube channel. But nonetheless, we're going to take the bottom card as your energetic, right? So, ooh, there you go. Find your inner light switch. There you go, the North Star. So you will find your inner North Star, right? What fires you up? Turn on your, light your bick, so to speak, right? Flick your bick. There we go, your commercial, right? You can see, Josh used to watch a lot of TV back in the day. Hasn't watched TV in a decade, but he used to watch a lot of it. I bet you watch a lot of TV too. All right, so we are going to see what we have. We have the North Star, maybe the North Star engine from what was it, Cadillac, right? No, you have the North Star car. So find your North Star. What is your inner light? Turn on your love light, so to speak, and let it shine, right? There you go. All right. So if you are finding your North Star, then you might enter the magic zone, right? There you go. Find your magic. Look at that card. It's like somebody is a crazy card there, but you'll find your full moon. You'll find yourself in yourself. What's this say? The exhilaration of discombobulation. So find yourself discombobulated, right? There you go. Outside yourself, right? Sacred gap. Ooh, if you are discombobulated, right? Ooh, this is all making sense. You're North Star, right? So then you find yourself in your magic zone. So you celebrate then the fact that you are in the gap. You are in the zone, right? So you celebrate that you have found that you are in the zone, the gap, right? Green and purple too, right? We know what we are doing. All right, so give thanks for the buffered time. Are you seeing this? Flip on your own inner switch to get this in the magic zone so you knock over the phone, right? There you go. We knock over the phone. We told you that was going to happen. Saint Germain, no panic. You put the microphone back on. There we go. Let's fix that so it doesn't fall over. It happens, but we had even said the phone fall backwards, but it fell forward instead. All right, so you get celebrate the gap, right? And then we are entering. Ooh. Once you are in the gap, then we are asking you to surrender for your divine drunkenness, right? So you surrender to yourself in your gap, right? So we'll go over the cards one more time. So you will find your North Star. Find your inner self. Once you do that, you will be in the magic zone. So you will be discombobulated, but you'll be inside yourself, right? That is the whole point anyways. You are not anything outside yourself, right? So then you get into the sacred gap. See where you will give thanks for the buffered time, right? So you're in your sacred space. Then you will find divine drunkenness. You will be within yourself, right? And that is divine. And there you go. So how does that work for you? Blindly inspired. We are grateful. We will have blindly inspired. Chris will be on the channel, and Josh will get his drawing out for you today. We'll put it in the email for you for his apartment. He is not working, so we will do that today, but we will make sure he does it. But from your end, Blindly Inspired will be live on the channel tomorrow evening. You will watch. Chris will be talking about feng shui. It's very important. And Josh got the red floor mat for his front entranceway. What color is your floor mat? And according to Chris, it should be red to bring in abundance to your universe. So Josh got rid of his black and gray entrance mat and got a red one, and it just brightened up his house. We are not seeing more abundance at the moment. As a matter of fact, we are close to the broke of the flow, but nonetheless, we are moving forward. He is learning to spend very little at the moment, so Bill and his friend Rent can have their share, but nonetheless. The red floor mat, though, has raised the energetics of his portal in the front door tremendously. So we are grateful, blindly inspired. And you will get these tips and more tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. We know Adam is going to be live as well, so you do what you need to do for yourself. But blindly inspired will be live on the channel to discuss your portal, your feng shui-ness in your universe, or lack of feng shui-ness, and maybe why you are out of balance in your home. There we go. And it's important to stay in your own energy. Let's see what we are saying here in the chat. Loving the artwork in these cards. Yeah, the artwork in these cards is amazing. We'll just take a random card here. There you go. Stand up. Be recognized. Be who you are. Be your best self. And that's what we are all here to be, right? So hopefully you are grinding into who you are, your best self. And Saint Germain is here to help you with that. We are going to work with the carnelian one. The carnelian, we're doing energetics with Saint Germain, right? The carnelian one. Carnelian, if you are a Cancer, it's almost a requirement. Again, there's no requirements in your universe except if you are in America. Death in Texas, right? Of course, you have to breathe, but maybe and drink water. But that's about it. If you don't sleep, you could go crazy too. But nonetheless, carnelian, we don't require you to have many physical things in your universe. A roof is nice. Clothing is nice. But carnelian, if you are a Cancer, you have a Cancer South Node or Cancer North Node, you are a Cancer rising, your moon is Cancer, maybe you are a solar Cancer. It is recommended. Nothing has to be in stone, right? But it's recommended that you work with the carnelian stone, right? If you get carnelian in a rock, it's considered, they call it a carnelian flame. The carnelian, what that does is it works to ground you. Like, just like if you are listening to Christy Valentino with the sacral chakra ball. If you are a Cancer, you are generally most grounded by water. That is kind of not the opposite of what you would think. Water, you get the flow. But for a Cancer, to find water and you get your grounding and your balance between the water, being on the water is your best. But then you would be swimming, you want a boat. But nonetheless, if you can get close enough to water where you're standing on the shore, if you are a Cancer, you'd be the most grounded. But otherwise, we recommend a carnelian wand, a carnelian stone you can carry with you. Keep the wand in your home. You want to help to ground you. If you are a Cancer, it also works well to help with your creative energetics. There we go. You're being creative in your universe. You see carnelian wand. So we are going to work with that. You may feel it also in your third eye, but you will feel it down here. Most of what Josh is using, because he is broken there, is his stuff that is working on his sacral chakra, his root chakra, his gut, so to speak. Those are the three spots that has been pretty well destroyed by his mom and his karmic universe that he had lived in, and his family traumas, the longer traumas that his family has passed down, generational trauma. There we go. So, but for him, his throat chakra, being from the East Coast, it's very wide open. He's not worrying about that. His third eye, he's seeing things in his third eye. His crown chakra is pretty tingly. It's the lower chakras. And if you are lower chakras, most of you are probably have broken lower chakras. Otherwise, you would not find this as an exciting program or anything, because it's really, the whole idea here is that we are creating our universe, learning energetics and creating our universe, but we are healing our lower chakras in doing so. That's what this program is for Josh. It is the healing of his sacral chakra, right? That is your creative energetics. And so he is learning by healing that, by doing this show. He's healing all the damage that his mother put into him by telling him he was worthless and whatnot. What are you doing to heal it in your universe? But we are going to work with the carnelian. We just like to say carnelian, right? It sounds like something you would see out of Star Wars. Where are you going? I'm going to get my carnelian wand, and I will be right back, right? So you would see that in Star Wars. I see our carnelian wand is as big as mine, right? So there you go, Schwartz, right? We'll use the Schwartz. So now we have the carnelian. So we are going to work with that as energetic. So if you want, and we are, of course, going to do our 15-second project. We are going to see what you can manifest. And whoever manifests $1 million has to take the entire group out to Hawaii. So there we go. If you win and you manifest $1 million, right? If that was your manifestation on November 11th, you have to let us know. You are required to take Good Dawning on the road to Hawaii. Is that fair deal? We teach you to manifest. You take all of us to Hawaii in return. So there you go. So if you are manifesting the $1 million and you get it on November 11th or 10th or 12th or what have you, let us know. We will all be piling into the private plane you will rent for us and take us to Hawaii, right? We got you. Josh, we can reschedule that and do it this important full moon with Adam. If you want to reschedule Blindly Inspired, I will leave that up to you. We will discuss off the camera. Saint Germain will discuss. But we can reschedule it for like Monday or over the weekend if you want. It is an important full moon, but we will be there. We won't be live, but we will still be there on the channel and people will watch. But if you want to be live, yes, it's going to put people in a box because Adam cannot reschedule. He can, and it's not his job to reschedule every time that Josh is going to go live. But it does put you all as the viewers in a bit of a box, and we don't want to box you up. We want you to be relaxed and enjoy what you are watching and not have to make a decision on watching Adam and his channeling or watch Mr. Floyd and his channeling. We don't want to have to change the channel, so to speak. So yes, if you want to move it Blindly Inspired, we can discuss that. I will send you an email and we will discuss, and most likely, yes, we will probably reschedule then if that's what you are feeling. And I would rather have you live without anybody watching in Memorex, so to speak. If you remember, is it live or is it Memorex, right? And give lots of references from the 80s and 90s. As Josh is an older guy, right? So there we go. But yeah, we would discuss. The moon cannot reschedule. This is true. Good night, moon. We got to say good night to the moon. The moon cannot reschedule itself, but we can. So that is correct. But if you are feng shui for your full moon, there you go. But you will be feng shui on your next. So we will reschedule. Not tomorrow night then, but we'll reschedule for the following week. And Josh has his schedule, so we can do that. The calendar is right here. The full moon is on my Saturn. Ooh, there you go. But do not forget that Mars is going to be going retrograde through Cancer. And that's going to get quite dicey in your universe, because when Mars goes retrograde, and we do not know the exact dates, but shortly through Cancer, it's going to go back out. It's 20 days in, out for another day, and then 20 days back in, and then 20 back out. So it's going to go back in and out of retrograde 3 times. And as Mars goes into Cancer, Cancer being the sign of emotion, right? The emotional sign. Like Josh is a Cancer. So he cried it out for 7 years in the dark night of the soul. So when he goes into Cancer, Mars, the war planet, goes into Cancer. Watch your anger. It's going to get quite interesting on this planet. Watch what you say. We would let you know. We will warn you. We will go to look that up at some point. But let's work with the carnelian one. Adam is on the medium channel. So yes, somebody wants to post Adam on the medium channel. Adam is the wind in the sail for this channel. Because a lot of you, most of you came from the medium channel. We are grateful for that. And Adam, he's like the Swiss Army knife of spirituality. He's channeling, he is doing all kinds of divination, all kinds of different things. So we are going to make sure you see him tomorrow. So let's do that. Oh, Jared. We have seen Jared had just posted that. He had found an oasis in Jerusalem. And we are not sure as well if Jared, who, if nothing, will be doing chanting, as he said tomorrow as well, for the full moon, might be doing a fire ceremony. We do not know how legal it is to light a fire in a random spot in Jerusalem, so to speak. But Jared might know, and he will do a fire ceremony if he can. If not, we are grateful to have him in the chat and see that he is well protected and loved. There you go. But nonetheless, Huda. Tonight. All right, so tonight, and I will post Josh will post in the community page there. Huda, for those of you who are watching, we'll be doing a fire homa or something to that effect. We cannot guarantee the fire, but a homa to the full moon. So we will post that. We will go to Jared's channel, and if somebody wants to go to Huda's channel, see if there's anything there, you can post in the link. But we will post it on the community page, as we generally do anyways, because we support what he is doing, because he's a good soul. Jared's an amazing soul, and if you get to know him, you would be grateful to have somebody like that in your universe as well. He's a good man. Charlie Brown, right? There you go. And he is doing, what he is doing is, his intentions of what he is doing is so beautiful, because he is doing that walk for you. He is doing the walk that you cannot take. So if you put your energetics into Jared, you give him love, you send him love, you hold him in your third eye, you see him in peace, you see him out there in the larger source field in his universe, interacting with Palestinians and all kinds of different people that you are not interacting with in your universe. Give him the energetic love that he is doing this for himself, but he is doing this for you, for humanity, and for the people who cannot take that walk themselves, so to speak. And so remember that when you are doing your daily divination, however you are doing so, put him into your thoughts and prayers as well. And Rooted Willow, who may not be in the chat as well, her mom is got the cancer, and we don't want to pin it, but we say what is. We are not going to beat around the bush, so we want to send love. And her stepfather as well is not doing well either, so her universe is, so we want to send love to Rooted Willow as well, that other love in her universe too. So let's work with the carnelian one and favor to her and whatever is to be with her parents there. We were sending blessings to that too. But so Jared, we will post your fire homa, your homa ceremony. We don't know if there'll be fire, but your homa ceremony tonight on the channel. We will post the link if you have a link up, and we will get it set up. And of course, we will be there. Josh will be there at work, but he will be blasting you through the speaker of the crystal shop, whatever you are doing, and it will play through the crystal shop, and anybody who comes in will get a piece of the fire homa, the homa. So let's do the carnelian one. Again, if you are a Cancer, it's almost a requirement. There's no requirements in your universe except to sleep, and if you are in America, pay taxes, of course. Ha, ha, ha. But nonetheless, carnelian, good stuff, and it does not come from Star Wars. It sounds like it, like your carnelian wand, sire, or something like that, right? Here's your carnelian wand. But nonetheless, here we go. All right, so we are going to do something different here. We are channeling Buffet. Mother Goddess Isis. We have to transition, right? Hang on. Goddess Isis here is going to lead us in the use of the carnelian wand, dearies. No, it is not something you would see in some medieval time, your carnelian wand, as Saint Germain was saying. But nonetheless, let's work with carnelian. So if you are ready, if you are agreeing to work with the carnelian wand, dearest, then all you have to do is thumbs up or stay on the show. If you are not agreeing to the energetics of the carnelian wand, then you can just drop off, dearies. All right, here we go. You may feel this a little differently than when Saint Germain or Josh does this. We are hoping that you have the greatest day. And of course, dearies, it is also up to you to invoke the energetics of my pyramid, dearies. This is not easy for Josh to do. He's channeling Mother Goddess Isis and pushing energetics as well as pulling energetics. It's easier for him to do this with Saint Germain. You're not going to try this with Archangel Raphael right now. We're going to do a little tapping, as you have seen him do before. So we're going to tap onto your crown chakras. And if you are in need, dears, you are always welcome again to invoke your pyramid of protection from Mother Goddess Isis. All you need to do is ask, and we can protect you. For Jared, as he is walking through, if he goes into the Gaza Strip, favor, we would ask him to please put on the pyramid of protection if he decides to visit the Gaza Strip, if he can even get into it. Any place called a strip, you favor, you are living in a strip of land. This big planet, but we have to give you this little strip. We'll get your throat chakra. We are grateful, dearies. All right, then your heart chakra. We're going to pull out some energetics you do not need. And think for yourself. Push some energies that you are wanting to get rid of. Dearies, push the energy that you want to get rid of to your outer frame, and we will pull it and get rid of it. We're going to do a little more tapping. Mother Isis wants you to feel clear and free. No need to turn that. Yeah, see the Gaza Strip. That's a good one, Blindly Inspired. Blindly Inspired made a good point. See the Gaza Strip as a strip of Band-Aid, as a strip of golden light. And if Jared's walking through it, see him in the purple violet flame. We're going to work with that too today. Plenty of time. All right, dearies, we're going to smooth this out. Let's turn it around. Get the smooth end, right? So we can kind of whoop. All right. There we go, dearies. Seal this off. We do energetics generally daily now. All right. All right, thank you, Mother Goddess Isis, for the work with the Star Wars version of the carnelian wand, right? You're from the planet Carnelian, you get your wand. So, sounds like something you would see from Star Wars, or maybe Star Trek. Star Wars sounds more than Star Trek, right? Carnelian sounds more Star Trek, Star Warsy. But nonetheless, we are grateful. So we are going to do our, Saint Germain here, right? We are going to do our 15-second project, and we are going to ground into our 15, sometimes we have the energetics, so Josh did this, right? But we are going to ground into our 15-second project, and again, manifest what we have been bringing into our frame. We are almost to 11:11, and we are wanting to see what you can create in your universe. Josh has two visions he is creating at the same time. What are you creating? So if you are new here, all you have to do is pause the video, right? And think about what you want in your universe. If you're alive, just think of it right now. But if you're watching in Memorex, right, in replay, then just think about what you want in your universe, or what you have already been trying to manifest in the first place. And we hope you are not trying, we hope you are doing. Because if you try something in your universe with the energetics of trying, you are not going to, you're just going to try. You are going, you do, like Yoda, right? You do or you do not, but you do not try, you just do. Exactly. So from your end, we are going to take 15 seconds, and when you are manifesting what you are looking for in your universe, you can do it one of two ways. You can see it, but you also have to feel it. So however you choose to see it, be it if it's a Toyota Tundra, do you see yourself in it? If it is a stack of $100 bills, do you see yourself receiving it? What does that feel like is almost more important than what it looks like in your universe. So what does it feel like to receive that stack of $100 bills? That is how we manifest. We are giving that feeling, putting it inside us so that nothing else can repeat itself but that feeling in actual physical reality. There you go. We are putting it up there so it comes back into your universe as the physical reality. Unless your energetics wipe it off the board, erase it, right? Then if your energetics go to erase it, then yes, it is not going to be there. You will, I am not worthy. It's the easiest way for you to immediately dissolve your manifestation, right? I am not worthy. Gone. You have to start all over from the beginning energetics, because you have told your universe, thank you, but I am not worthy of this, so you can erase that manifestation. Get rid of it. Maybe I cannot afford it, but maybe your universe was bringing you the money for your Bentley car, right? We are making that up, right? But nonetheless, maybe they are bringing you $200,000 for your Bentley car. And so, but you are like, I want a Bentley, but I don't have the $200,000. So you immediately dissolve the manifestation before it gets off the ground. But if you are manifesting a Bentley car, then you would have to manifest about $200,000 and $300,000 for the car, right? So there you end the insurance, which would probably be over $1,000 a month. But nonetheless, just gassing it alone would probably be about $100 for the tank, because it gets very little gas mileage. But if you can manifest that, then you should be able to manifest the money as well. Do not let money be a barrier to your manifestation. You are looking for something in your universe. Trust it. The money is no object in your universe. You think of the money as something that will block you from getting what you want. But if you are the master creator of your universe, then the money will come like there is no tomorrow if the manifestation is for real. If you are letting it go and having trust in your universe, of course, and not taking it back. That is the biggest thing, is not to energetically dissolve your manifestation. All right, so let us go ahead. We're going to take 15 seconds and ground into our manifestation. Remember the two things. You have to see it, and then you have to feel it. Whatever that is for you, whatever it is for you. And it could be for Jared. He could be seeing himself maybe on the river, Ganges there. For yourself, maybe you are wanting to take a trip to somewhere and you are seeing yourself there. But nonetheless, take 15 seconds starting now. We will manifest our universe. We are going to do this active energetics like Dr. Joe Dispenza, Bruce Lipton, and Greg Braden, right? The big three will tell you the same thing. What we are doing is Abraham Hicks. Josh listened to her in the shower this morning talking about riding the river and letting it go and percolating in the source field. That's what we are doing. So let's send our energetics to the source field, let it percolate, and we'll come back and have some more coffee, right, so to speak. So we'll have something solid in our universe, whatever that is for you. So we take 15 seconds beginning now. We are timing it. So there we go. All right, we are actively manifesting our universe. We are seeing it. We are feeling it. We are living it. All right, that was actually more than 50, that was 20 seconds. So 15 seconds is rather fast, but it seems like it's a long time, but nonetheless. When I started traveling, Americans told me I would encounter English everywhere. Not so. Hardly anywhere I went. So you traveled. That's good, Karen, because a lot of us in this, a lot of Americans have not traveled any farther than to the 7-Eleven or the grocery store. Do keep that in mind, that America is the least traveled country in the world. So Karen, good for you to get traveling in the world there. So there's a lot of you. How many of you even have a passport? Probably 3, maybe 4 of you in line in the chat that may have a passport. But you are missing out. So yeah, Karen, good for you to see the universe, right? Maybe that's because you found the good local spots. There you go. But yes, get out of your house. That is for sure. Do not sit in your home. Needed French the most. So there you go. Expired passport. The same here. Bunny Josh has a expired passport as well. He's going to have to get it at some point. You have to get it renewed, but who knows? If you have ever had a passport, then make sure you get it renewed. And if you have not gotten one, then why have you chosen in your life to limit yourself and not travel? That is the question we are asking. I have a passport, only went to Jamaica, but you went to Jamaica, man. Did you smoke the reefer in Jamaica, man? And Ontario, there you go. Josh has been to Ontario. He stayed at Yonge Square, right there, the Marriott at Yonge Square. $100 a night for a double suite, no less. It was a good deal in October. $100 a night for a two king bed double suite with a bed living room, and it was like top of the floor, and they gave me really good deals. So it's a nice Ontario. It's a beautiful place. But do you think America is crazy? You see Canadian flags everywhere. You go to America, you don't see American flags so often. As a matter of fact, in certain communities, it is frowned upon to put an American flag up in America. Showing your patriotism in America can actually be considered wrong. But nonetheless, in Canada, you go everywhere. They gigantic Canadian flags. They put Canada, the Canadian flag on the logo, on products. Like, so Kellogg's Canada. And you see the little Canadian on the corner of the box, right? You go to McDonald's. It has a little Canadian leaf in the middle of the M, right? So you'll see that, the maple leaf everywhere. So the M, but the M, 13 number letter, right? M is the 13th letter, 13 families. But we're not going there. You watch G33 Academy, you can get all that. And GG333 Academy, you watch that. You get all the information on the letter M, the marathon gas stations paying tribute to Rockefeller, the 13 families, right? The M. There you go. All right. So we are grateful that you are here. We're going to do some card cutting. We have not done card cutting, but once this week we did it on Moon Day. So we are going to cut some cards. And we are letting you decide what cards you want to cut. When we are talking about cutting cards, you can sit there and just talk in the chat if you choose. But if you want to do this on your own, because these are things we're wanting you to do as well in your universe, right? I'm not saying you should, but nonetheless, card cutting is a major deal if you are wanting to clean your energetic, to be better energetic being in your universe. So what we are going to do, I will have to rewatch the live. I missed later. I've only ever lived in Canada, but have always been interested in other places. Well, generally, you only live in one spot, right? Although Josh knows people who have somebody who's lived in like 5 different countries, 6 different countries now, but nonetheless. And Josh knows somebody in Ontario who's, get this, you have to fly to Toronto, right? Then you get then rent a car. He's going to see his friend Jackie, right? He has to rent a car, drive 10 hours due north towards Thunder Bay, right? 10 hours north of Ontario, of Toronto, of the city barrier of Toronto. So you get in the car, and it's 10 and a half hours to her house. You want to talk about being cold. Oh my gosh. And she's talking it snows. We get inches of snow. She's like feet of snow, right? Craziness. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and cut some energetics. What we are going to do is card cutting, but we are going to let you cut what you are wanting to cut from your universe. So what in your universe is driving you nuts? What is angering you? What energetically have you been wanting to remove from your universe? Maybe you are just getting frustrated from getting 50 text messages from political candidates over the year. You will remove that. I cut the card from political advertisements. Mr. Floyd, Josh has not seen one political commercial yet this whole year. As a matter of fact, he has not seen any commercials yet in 2024 because he has not watched TV. So he has not yet seen any advertisement at all in any place, in any time, and anywhere for any single political anything this entire year. We would not know there's an election going on other than a few posters and banners sticking up on the ground. Have you separated your universe that far from the greater source field? Can you step out that far that you can say that you have not seen any, not even an inkling, any single second of any of the election? You've maybe seen Kamala Harris once on TV. And Trump, of course, when he almost got shot by the ear. That was everywhere, but nonetheless. Can you say that? And that is what we are talking about. When we're talking about separating, and we will do this real quick here. When we're talking about separating yourself and having that separation from the source field, where you are the divide that is happening, right? The new earth, right? The new earth. If you are in the new earth, you don't know what's going on in the old earth. Are you an understanding of that? You know that there is an election, but you are not paying attention to it. You are not watching the political ads, and you are most likely not seeing the debates, of course, right? You are debate yourself instead. You will do better to debate yourself. But nonetheless, in your universe, have you been able to step away and find that delineation for yourself where you are not seeing any of those political ads, other than maybe when they pop up as a text message on your cell phone asking you for your energetics or your money? Are you able to say that? Can you separate yourself from the greater source field? And can you do so and realize that there are two universes going on? The matrix of the election and all of that, which you are not part of if you are stepping out. But otherwise, you are part of the larger loving source field. The two us are separating. And you can see that by not being a part of all of the conflated stuff that is going on with the election or the news or what have you. I'm sure, you know, what's going on in the Middle East. Josh knows just very little, but just enough to get by. But he is not part of that universe. His universe is full of love, and it is full of happiness and joy. And he's not seeing all those negative pictures or any of that. You know that these things are going on, and you are sending them love, but they're not part of your frame, right? So there you go. Can you separate yourself down into that? That is why you will begin to see the separation into the old earth, right? Where people are watching the commercials and this candidate and that and the lies, and you are stuck. It's like your universe, right? And wherever you go, you are seeing the CNN and the Microsoft News Television and all of that, right? We don't know why Microsoft had to get into the news, but nonetheless. They are already giving you the Windows 11, right? So that is where you, but nonetheless, when you are seeing the Windows 11 television news, right? Or the phone news, can you separate yourself from that and your energetics and find yourself in your own space and realize that that is what they are putting on you and that is their universe? And if you go and turn it off, you can start to begin to live in your universe and see yourself in your frame instead of how they want to frame yourself to begin with, frame your universe. All right, so we got going on in the chat there. We waved to Jared. Did Jared leave the chat? We are not sure. All right, nonetheless, we are going to do our energetic card cutting, and you are going to cut whatever you want to cut in your universe. What do we mean by energetic card cutting? We're not getting rid of people. You're here going to cut the cards from Bob, my boss, right? The boss, right? From the TPS reports is driving me nuts, so I cut the. We're not removing Bob from your universe or Fran from the water cooler from your universe. What you are doing is removing negative energetics. You are asking to clear your field of any toxic energetics that they are releasing into the greater source field, that they are dervishing into your universe. That is why we are cutting cards, so that we can clear our source field, clear our field of anybody else's heavier energetics. We are all programmed by our parents, programmed by people around us. We are up and down in our traumas and whatnot. And so we're trying to keep that even space while we are clearing ourselves. Like when you Palo Santo yourself, right? You are clearing your auric field. We are doing the same, but we are doing it intentionally with energetics. And if you could see, this is a healing universe, but if you could see, you'd see the light cards coming off and all the poof. And it'd be quite an interesting light show, to say the least. But let's go ahead and cut the cards from our universe. Now, you can cut anything you choose. So whatever is frustrating you. For Jared, I don't know. Maybe it's finding water in the desert. Haha. But nonetheless, if you are looking for something to cut, think about what is driving you nuts. What has energetically been bogging you down? For Millie, it could be lots of things, right? There's a few in the chat. We could easily name a few things that you want to cut immediately. But what do you want to cut energetically out of your universe? What would you be better off with that it wasn't there? Or what energetics are you holding within your frame that you want to release? Think about that a moment. And as we go and cut cards, and to cut cards, all you need to do is, for example, my boss, Bob. We don't have a boss. In my case, it would be my boss, Monica, but I don't have any issues with her. But nonetheless, you pull it out, you cut the card, and you throw it away. There you go. Or you erase the name off the chalkboard, or you can write it down and ball it up. Whatever works for you. But you can see yourself Monica, and then jumping into a pool to cleanse, like baptizing yourself from their energetics. You could do that too. So however it works for you, you realize that. All right. So we are going to take a minute, take a deep breath with me, please. If you are driving, do not close your eyes and then all of that. We do. Energetics will prevail, right? Smash. Nonetheless. So take a deep breath with me, Saint Germain here. So take a deep breath. Breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. We are going to hold this one for 4 seconds. So breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. All right. Go ahead. This is a self-guided project here. So cut, this is an energetic show. So we are teaching you to do energetics, right? So cut the cards, whatever is bogging you down, whatever is in your universe, we're going to throw it out of our frame, so to speak, right? So take a moment and cut. You are welcome, blindly inspired. We are grateful for you, Chris. So we are going to cut the cards, whatever you need to cut in your universe, whatever that is for you. For Josh, maybe he went to get his car repaired. They did not have parts, so he has to go back. You can see it as frustrating. He is not, but that could be a card you want to cut, right? The frustration of wasting your time, right? But he got new tires out of the deal instead. So now he's getting 4 new tires, and he was just going to get 4 new brakes, right? So there you go. Erasing from the chalkboard. You are cut whatever you need in your universe. Whatever may blocks, you can cut. Even energetics of lack, like not enough money, right? We're removing that. Never say not enough, but I don't, but that's up to you. All right. You can continue to cut cards all you like, and we recommend you do that during the day. Saint Germain would highly recommend if you are in line, say at 7-Eleven, Walgreens. We'll do Walgreens because everybody's in their universe has been to a Walgreens if you are in America, and they are the slowest checkout line on the planet, are they not? So if you're having to wait in line and you are the 3rd person in line at Walgreens, you know you have about 5 minutes to stand there and twiddle your thumbs, generally speaking, right? It's always the case, the slowest cashiers, right? It's just what it is in your universe. So if you are waiting, and maybe that is the energetics that is driving you nuts, you just cut the card right there. All right, I have to wait in line. I release the energetics of it, and I release it, I cut that. It's just what it is. Sometimes you have to practice that, right? What it is. It could be a good mantra for you if you can accept what it is in your universe, then you will be better off for that in your universe. It's up to you, though. What you choose or not choose to accept in your universe. For some people, standing at Walgreens may not be the most frustrating thing, but for others, the 5 minutes that you have to sacrifice to get your hair remover, your Nair, there you go. So you're buying Nair. You couldn't think of a product, right? Toothpaste, but you generally don't need to go to Walgreens for toothpaste. Maybe you're picking up some Tylenol. We don't recommend that because it burns up your liver, but they give you what they give you in your planet until you have the energetic light box that will heal your headache in 3 seconds. You have to take the Tylenol, something of that effect, right? But eventually you will have the energetic light box, right? You will put on the frequency, turn it to headache, and you will be clear, just like that, right? It is already happening in your universe. They're just slow to let you have it because they want to sell you more Tylenol made with what? Petroleum. There you go. But we are living in that planet, so there you go. That's otherwise you would have drugs made out of hemp, not petroleum, and it wouldn't matter so much. And it wouldn't be as toxic to your body. But eventually you'll have the light box in your house. You will freak yourself, and you will clear your energetics and poof your headache with the right frequency. You just dial it in. Your headache will poof go away, right? We know these things are coming. It's how soon will they allow the energetics to be usurped, right? Because that's what it is. It's about usurping, changing the energetics on your planet. They're not allowing for that super fast. They are going to fight it, of course. But as you see the frequencies change and the light boxes come out and the frequency generators that will clear your headache in 30 seconds, and there's not much they can do, but the Tylenol will go the way of the dodo bird, so to speak. But nonetheless, we are grateful that you are here. Mother Isis is grateful that you are here as well. Archangel Raphael is grateful that you are here as well. Kuan Yin is also grateful, and we will do the Kuan Yin Oracle card later today. You see the Divine Feminine. And White Buffalo Calf Woman is also grateful to be here. Josh does not channel me much. I've only come through once. But White Buffalo Calf Woman wants to state, we are grateful. I am grateful to be a part of this energetic buffet. And if you ground into White Buffalo Calf Woman, I can help to keep you on your path. If your path seems lost, ask White Buffalo Calf Woman for guidance back to the path. I am around, and I will be back. If you are lost on your path, then ask White Buffalo Calf Woman for directions. Until. All right, White Buffalo Calf Woman, and there we go. So she has come through, and she has come through for Joshua a few times, and she is sitting there on Joshua's wall. We will show you one day. And she is good for keeping you in direction, right? So if you are wanting to keep yourself on path, right? We all have different jobs, right? So for Archangel Raphael, myself, it is about healing and keeping you in balance. For White Buffalo Calf Woman, it is about walking you down your correct path, not allowing you to stray too far to the left or the right. There you go. For Metatron, it is to keep you in frame, right? The Metatron cube will help keep you in space. You are seeing we are all trying to help you to have the best universe. We are going to work with the violet flame tomorrow. We will not have a channeling buffet, so to speak, but Saint Germain, I will work with you the uses of the violet flame tomorrow. So we are going to ground into our violet flame, and right now we are going to take a quick exercise. So to work with me real quick with Saint Germain. And we are going to end this good dawning in about an hour there. So we are grateful for you again. And you are welcome for the channeling buffet. This is just to begin. We are just getting started. Because really, there's more that want to channel, but Archangel Michael there is keeping them in check, right? So, but eventually. And we are also becoming, Josh is also becoming a mild clairvoyant, where he is starting to see visualized pictures of things. So if you are, we are going to see where that goes, but he is getting visions of dead people, so to speak, and that kind of clairvoyant. We are not hearing things. We don't hear things from the dead, but you see the pictures, you see the images, and there's an image of his last girl, not his current last girlfriend, but the girlfriend before, the second to last girlfriend, her mother Marilyn, right? His ex-girlfriend Laurie, there we go, who's probably not watching this, but her mother Marilyn, she's been passed for some years, but you keep seeing visualizing her in her husband too, in the third eye. So they are obviously supporting Josh in his universe. They knew him for 10, 8, 9 years, so they're pretty good there. But nonetheless, family that Josh did not have, or the family, the parents, better parents in some cases than Josh's mother, for sure. In that aspect. But nonetheless, we are grateful that you are here and that you are here with us. And we are grateful that you are doing the good dawning with us every day, and that you are part of all of these energetics. And White Buffalo Calf Woman is grateful, helping you to keep on path. We do not have any oracle deck. Faha. We would be obviously using that oracle deck as well. Kuan Yin, who we would do the oracle card for next, will be there. And we are grateful for that as well. So from your end, and I don't know if we are going to interesting mediumship abilities. We're going to see what we have. The chat there, I know Josh had just said he was going to do something else, but we are not exactly sure what he doesn't remember. 11:22. All right, so we have 11:22 and 12:22. We are going to ask you, your project, right? Go to Joanne Sacred Scribes. What is your universe telling you? Don't forget the project, the contest for Thursday and Friday. We are going to give away next week. We may even extend it to Monday. But we are going to, so you have to leave a comment, not in the chat right here, but in the comments for the video. Like if you are seeing this after the show, right? You put a comment in, like that was a good live, right? Whatever you do, but you have to put a comment in, and you will win the amethyst crystal, a little pocket amethyst as well. So you have the pocket violet flame with you. You carry that with you. We are going to turn on your violet flame. There we go. Saint Germain is not the greatest memory either. So let's turn on your violet flame and leave you with that for today. And tomorrow we will talk about the uses of your violet flame and how you can ground into it to protect yourself, to heal thyself, to manifest, and more. We have never really grounded into the violet flame. We have danced around its proverbial bush, so to speak, or beat around the proverbial bush, but we have not discussed it. So tomorrow we will discuss the violet flame. But for today, take a moment with me. Take a deep breath and release. One more deep breath. You do not need to do this generally to ground into your violet flame. We are just shifting the energetics, right? You have the gas dial to the violet flame. So you plug and play. We are not going to invoke the violet flame because it is already a part of us who have been watching. And if you are new and watching this in the rewind and you've gotten a replay and you've gotten this far, kudos to you. Because the analytics say 98% of you do not get this far. But if you did, then you get the prize, right? So the plug and play violet flame. All you need to do, and we are going to do this as a group. If you are watching this as new, boom, you are getting the plug and play violet flame. It is that simple. Turn the dial. Are you ready? You have to see the violet flame for yourself, but all you need to do is grab onto the gas dial. Right now it is at 0, so we will turn it to 3. Your pilot light. I always recommend, you will feel it in your sacral chakra. It's like a light. You will feel it if you are with us in the violet flame. So turn it up to 4, and we'll slowly turn it up, and you will feel the violet flame. You have to do this as well, so practice this. Put your hand up and turn the violet flame if you can. We are not yelling at you. We are asking you to move some energetics in your universe. So Josh is doing this by himself. You have to do your own dial on your own violet flame. Just like you have to ask Isis if you want your pyramid of protection to be wrapped around you, right? You have to, Isis, turn on the pyramid of protection. Number 7, please. You will feel it. You will step. You can turn it down to number 1. Thank you. But then it's always that, right? Thank you, Isis. We are grateful. So, all right. So grab your dial, like the gas stove or a gas grill, right? Put your hand on the dial and turn it. We're turning it up to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You should feel like a tightening or an energetic in your lower back. If you do not, that is up to you. You may also feel it in your heart chakra, start to go whoop. And you may feel it in your throat chakra, start to open up a little bit as well. Your third eye might get a little more relaxed. Your crown chakra might be a little more tingly. But mostly, for Josh at least, he feels it in his root and sacral chakra. So turn it up. We're going to turn it to a 5. Turn it up. You have to use your hand here. Or you could use the, like in Demolition Man, illuminate, deluminate, right? We turn on the lights, right? You could program it, the audio code. All right, I'm programming the gas stove has more effect, but you could program it to violet flame 8. You could do that too, but we prefer the gas. Matching the energetics, right? So you push, you give a little, we give a little, right? Saint Germain gives back by giving you the violet flame. Turn it all the way up, see what happens. Crank it to a 10. You might actually get one of these reactions in your universe because you will feel it in your lower sacral chakra. And you might start going like this. So we are going to leave it at that. Turn it back down to a 3 or a 2. It's up to you. Or you could leave it at a 10 and vibrate like crazy. But if you leave it there at a 10, when you close your eyes, you should see purple. Even in you will see little purple specks and what have you. And if you are purely seeing the light, you would see purple like a sheet of wall of purple in your universe. But you cannot see that because with a feeling universe, it is purposeful that you see less than 1% of the light spectrum. It would be insane. You couldn't even look at a light bulb because you'd see the light emitting in a different, the spectrum of light coming from just a light bulb itself. And if you are using an LED light, the blue light could blind you at some point. But nonetheless, we don't go into those energetics, at least in the moment. But all right, so there we go. Blindly inspired is feeling it in our third eye, crown, and sacral chakras. Exactly, because that's what the violet flame is set to do, is to protect you. Most of our fears, our anger, our frustrations, our lower energetics come from our sacral and busted up, broken, destroyed, and not functioning sacral and root chakras, from our parental energetics that have busted us up, destroyed us, and made us non-functioning. So we are using the violet flame. You can use that as therapy as well. And we'll get into that tomorrow. But if you want to today, like you get the therapeutic massage cushion, right? You put the cushion on the back of the chair and it has the rollers. You plug it in and you push the button and it goes up and down, right? Everybody's been to Sharper Image and you sat in the roller chair, right? In the Brookstone in the mall back in the day. And there's no more Brookstone or Sharper Image, but when you went there and you sat in the chair, sometimes they have the Sharper Image at the airport, right? And you would sit in the $5,000 massage chair. Well, think of the violet flame as your personal walk around massage chair, but you will feel it in your lower and sacral chakras. We are grateful. We are Archangel Raphael, really just Saint Germain at this point. And we have channeled Archangel Raphael. It's his own energetics now. And we have separated, kind of. Yes, but basically, you want to see Archangel Raphael. Archangel Raphael is right here. I have separated my energetics from Saint Germain because there's no need. Josh can channel me separately now and understands what he is doing. Before, he understood my energetics, but did not understand Saint Germain. So he needed me to do the channeling, at least to be the lead energetic, because he knew mine as I tapped him on the shoulder many years ago. But nonetheless, and I've been working with him since. Saint Germain was a newer energetic. But nonetheless, he now works with Saint Germain on his own and works with me, Archangel Raphael, separately. All right, thank you, Raphael, for that explanation. We are grateful. All right, so nonetheless, we are going to say goodbye today. We are grateful for all of you. We have gone over an hour here, an hour and 1 minute. So 1:01, and you look that up. We are telling you, we are speaking to you. You get the prize if you go and look up 101 on Joanne's Sacred Scribes. We are talking to you through numbers. Are you in understanding? When you see those numbers, we're trying to get you habitually to go to Sacred Scribes because that is how you start the communication with us. That is what Josh did. That is what most people do, is they start with the Sacred Scribes and they start grounding into the numbers. And we want you to do that so you can enhance your living universe. You are ascending, this is what it is. You start somewhere. And so we are grateful. Thank you so much. Blindly, Josh will send you an email shortly, and we will get situated with another time. Not a big deal. We are grateful. All I have to do is go in and change the date and click, and it'll shift in the YouTube. That's easy. So we are grateful. If you are doing YouTube, we are definitely recommending you use Streamlabs. We are not advertising, but for Josh to change the date of the one on the session with Blindly Inspired, the live will take him 1 minute to change the date and click create. Poof. That is it. And it'll change on YouTube and he can go about his universe, right? So we will change that Blindly Inspired to a date that works for you in the evening, of course, so we get you more viewers. But we are grateful that you are here. Are you grateful that you are here? Are you grateful for your universe? And remember, when you are out and about in your universe, you cut those cards immediately. You get the small fry and you order the large fry and you get home and you are frustrated. Damn it, they give me the small fry. Maybe our universe is doing for you what you can't do for yourself by limiting your caloric intake on the fried French fries. But nonetheless, I could see where that would be. Saint Germain could see where that would be frustrating if you did not get what you paid for. So cut the card. Do not carry it around. Do not sit there 3 hours later talking about it like it's comic. It's not a big deal. You really realize where you are and start to ground into it. This place is not a big deal. Earth is, energetically speaking, there's worse places you could be on this planet, in the universe. And Earth is, once you get out of their games, it's an easy place to be. But you have to just put their games like the elf on the shelf, right? Just putting you all away, and I'm going to create my own energetics. Releasing transmission. There we go. All right. Thank you all for being here and sticking around. Channeling like that long channeling like that is takes a little bit out of you. It's interesting. But grateful. All right. Oh, my ears are ringing like a bell. Yeah, so are mine. But I've also got, you ever get that snotty where you know you got to blow your nose, but if you keep talking, you're going to get like this snot ball in your mouth. But if you blow your nose, then you're clear. Exactly. Pardon me there. So I've been fighting that while channeling is always fun. This is the time of year I kind of wake up a little phlegmy. So yeah, But I am grateful, blindly inspired. I will get you an email out within the next half an hour. Actually, I'll just, once we get this done, I will get that out to you. And go purge Josh. Yes, blow my nose. But I'm grateful for you guys. We will see you tomorrow in the dawning as well. And happy hump day, and have a awesome day. And if you're bored and want to come out, I will be at Crystal Joy's from 4 to 8 o'clock tonight on Main Street in Longmont, Colorado. And if you want to pop into the store there, I would be shocked to see any of you guys. But I will be there, and we will do more crystal work tomorrow. Tomorrow we will work with the Sodalite pillar. I'm looking at getting more stuff, but the store goes on 40%. All right. That's what I wanted to state. So third week in November, fourth week in November. Save your money. I will let you know when. But the store, the entire Crystal Joy store, goes on sale pretty much at 40% off for the entire month of December. So we will get things, if there's things you want, they will be very reasonably priced, and we can get them out to you. If there's giveaways, we will do some bigger giveaways. But as of tomorrow, don't forget, leave a comment, not in the chat, but in the comment for the video. And I will aggregate names Thursday, Friday, and maybe Monday, but at least Thursday, Friday for sure. And then we will pool for a amethyst, real amethyst crystal, and an amethyst, pocket amethyst, and maybe another surprise, but I don't know what that would be yet, but something that'll come into my frame that I'll put in the box. But I love you guys. I'm grateful for all of you. Up, onward and upward. Laura, thank you again for last night, and I will get an email out to you. I just need to see what my schedule is, because she said she was changing up my work schedule today. So let me see where that ends up, and we will get scheduled. But we will have Laura on again next week as well. The 22nd, which is next Tuesday, we have Viviani on. She's on like once or twice a month now, with Akashic, your Akashic journey with Viviani. So if you have questions about your past lives, your Akashic record, I highly recommend you getting a past life regression session. And I could talk about that for the next 6 hours, and I'll do a whole episode on that. But Viviani is great because she can get into your Akashic, meet with your Council of Elders. She can grab your scroll, so to speak, and see what is what. Lindsay's birthday is Tuesday, so Tuesday we are going to have a birthday party for Lindsay as well. Fantastic, and we will not ask her how young she will be. But I love you all so much. I am grateful for all of you. We are family here, and one day at a time. This is we are seen, we are getting larger, and we are helping. And hopefully your universe is getting better. That's the whole point, is that you're gaining control of the energetics of your universe, of yourself, and that we're no longer living in a dervishment. That's the whole point of this, is that we're not having a dervish around anymore. We have a set point and a direction we can take our energetics into, or take ourselves into, and start creating change for ourselves in our universe. I love you guys. Stay awesome. And I will see you all in the next tomorrow in the dawning.